Dang, Greco, I thought you said you was gonna get us another video the next day. What happened? Oh, Rajon Rondo missed the layup. Well, another problem happened. My computer's messed up again. I have no idea what it installed, but it said a Windows update, so I restarted my computer and installed the update. Next second, it's like a brick. It takes forever just to open anything again. So either I could wait it out like I did last time, or, oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I lost my voice a little bit. I can either wait out like I did last time, or I can try to restart it and lose my current 2K14 videos and start over. Or maybe I just need to buy another one. Maybe I should just chalk it up as a loss. It was a bad investment. The computer did nothing but let me down, and now my channel is in the process of suffering because of it. Right now I'm doing this video on my old laptop, a laptop that was so bad that I had to go buy the new computer in the first place. Ooh, Rondo dunked on us. Oh, and by the way, I am using my silver lineup. It is all silver. I use this for the silver tournaments. And inside of this video, you will see me gain my very first Sapphire player. This is from schedule mode. This is the fourth quarter of a game against the Boston Celtics. I don't view the Boston Celtics as a challenge at all. They're probably in the bottom 5 or bottom 6 of the league this year. So why use a good team against them when I already have a pretty solid silver team? I have people like Robert Pack and Jared Jack, who was a pretty significant player, not only in the 2K series but also in real life last year. I got Steve Kerr from a pack recently. I got Anthony Davis the other day. I have Nerlens Noel, and I have Drummond. I have Samuel Delembert on the bench. I got a bunch of weapons to work with. The Trevor Ariza. This is a pretty solid team, so I really don't need gold players to go through schedule mode, especially since schedule mode is so easy. I think the only team that came within like 8 points of me inside of the game was the Heat. And you know how the Heat are gonna be. You know you can't really stop them for long, especially when LeBron's in the game. So I've used a few goal players against them, but most of the time you can get through schedule mode pretty easily. I thought it'd be more of a challenge, but maybe, who knows, maybe when you get to the end of schedule mode and they start giving you the high amounts of VC, like 800 per game, maybe the difficulty goes up. I don't know. Right now I'm only in December, but at the end of this you will see me get Tyler Zeller, and I will do a comparison of the Sapphire Tyler Zeller versus the regular Tyler Zeller, who is a bronze player, which means that the Sapphire player is free to use if you get him. Now, I don't know if this applies to all Tyler Zellers, not Tyler Zellers, all Sapphire players. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna, this is my guess. If the players are gold, normally he'll cost 100 to use as a Sapphire player. I don't think that they'll just waive the fee for having them, because otherwise you'll start seeing only Sapphire lineups, which can be obtained through tournaments, road to the playoffs, you know, if you go to the C's, or schedule mode. And I'm going through schedule mode because there's a couple of players that I saw that I really wanted, but I'm not going to go through multiple schedules because it's 82 games. Who has that kind of time? The players I want are Kyrie Irving, because for obvious reasons, he's an 89 regularly. Imagine what he's going to be as a Sapphire player. I wouldn't mind Danny Granger, but I'm not willing to go through 82 games to get him. John Wall would be a pretty good Sapphire player, but I'm not going to go through 82 games to get him either. And that's pretty much the main ones I want. There's other good ones, but they're just way too much to get them. Like Serge Ibaka, I got him for my first pack. I don't need a Sapphire player. I don't need a Sapphire version of Joakim Noah. I definitely don't. Another good Sapphire player that I wouldn't mind having actually would be Monte Ellis, because he's already a beast. In my opinion, Monte Ellis is the closest thing we have in the current NBA, according to 2K and their statistics. The position, the height, the attributes, the closest thing we have to Allen Iverson is Monte Ellis. If you look at their shooting stats, they're pretty much similar. The speed is extremely high. Monte is a shooting guard who really a point guard's height. Well, point guard, shooting guard height, he's a combo guard. But his speed is like a 96 or something like that. And I think his quickness is a 99. It's ridiculous. And his layup is, I think, is in the high 90s also. So If I get Monte Ellis as a Sapphire player, that pretty much is having Allen Iverson. And I'm okay with that because I know the odds of me getting Allen Iverson are low. The odds of me getting Monte Ellis are high depending on how much time I want to dedicate to that. But in my opinion, there are only 3 to 4 worthy Sapphire players to have inside of this game. Well, that's at least from schedule mode. From what I've been hearing in Road to the Playoffs, if you get to the top, I know that somebody said he received a Kevin Durant Sapphire player, and he, instead of being rated a 94, his rating is a 97, and that's a significant difference. So I gotta play Road to the Playoffs so I can get some of these Sapphire players. And I was gonna give you guys my opinion on what I think my team, what the future of it is gonna be like involving next gen, but I'm gonna save that for another video. I'm gonna keep you guys waiting for that one. For this one, there's only 33 seconds left to go. I showed pretty much the entire 4th quarter, and I showed you how effective Robert Pack is, how good Trevor Ariza is, how easy it is to shut down the Boston Celtics because they really don't have any outside shooters. The best thing they had was Avery Bradley, and I think at the beginning of the game he went like 1 for 8. And Rajon Rondo, I think at the end of this game he goes like 8 for 17. So pretty much the Boston Celtics, they're a joke this year. I think if you know how to use them correctly, you can make it work online. As a computerized team, they really are not a challenge. And it's a shame because this team, you would never imagine that they were in the Western Conference Finals 1 game away from the NBA Finals 2 years ago. But you know, times change. And as you guys can see, I won this game with a score of 67-54, 13-point win with my silver lineup. And Trevor Ariza, that guy, ever since he got an outside shot, he's pretty much a beast. I replaced Rudy Gay with Trevor Ariza. That's how crazy it is. He's a good player and he's half the price. So I exited the game, and right after that, they gave me my Sapphire player. Tyler Zeller, as you can see, his stats are pretty much the same, but I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of regular Tyler Zeller versus Sapphire Tyler Zeller. The Sapphire is on the left, the regular is on the right. First thing I noticed, why is his height different as a Sapphire player on my team? Why is he shorter all of a sudden? And most of his stats remain the same. Ironically, a couple of his stats are lower than they are as a regular. But the main one that matters, stuff like rebounding and shot close, free throws, they're there. And before this video was over, I decided to open one pack and I got a player that's going to make it to the starting lineup. He's an all-star point guard. Can you guess who he is? Deron Williams. Deron Williams, he is a beast. He is much better than last year. I love his new jump shot. I love his new speed rating. He got faster as he got older. This is crazy. I used him in my first game and he just went off. Deron Williams is the man. He is my new starting point guard. If I was already enough of a challenge without him, imagine how they're going to try to stop a guy with 95 layup, with an almost perfect ball security, with a 98 ball handling, a guy who has 89 offensive awareness, 92 speed, 90 quickness. This guy is almost unstoppable. It's a wrap from here on out. And they can't guard his post fadeaway.